Hey everyone, it's Carolyn. I'm an empath and psychic, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the Healing Light Tarot. I'm going to be going through the guidebook to see how beginner friendly it is, and I'm also going to show you all the artwork on the cards so you can see if this is a style that you want. And then at the end I'm going to shuffle these cards and tell you my final thoughts. So if you've been debating if you want this deck, I hope my review helps you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I post multiple videos a week, including more unboxing videos like this, but I also post readings, so that's pick a pile readings, zodiac readings, and collective readings, and I also post educational videos to help you all in your spiritual journeys. So I really hope that if you're new, you do subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you see when I post my next video. So this is what the box looks like. It's very sturdy and very well detailed, and when you open it upwards like this, and then the lid pops off, and then you have the guidebook and the cards. So first impressions from the guidebook. It's very detailed at explaining the artwork of the cards and the image and the energy that the card is trying to evoke within you. I would say this is definitely a deck that you want to get if you were someone where you're very drawn to the artwork, or if you read very intuitively, or if you were someone who knows tarot. I would say if you're new to tarot, if you want to learn the traditional system, I would say go with another deck. But if you're open to a different style or a different interpretation, I think this is really good because it explains things in a clear way. It's just not the beginner's way. But I definitely would recommend it. I like that the guidebook comes in different languages. I also would say that this deck is very good at giving you the basic spreads. So you get a 3-card spread called the Challenger, then you have one for a relationship, and that's another 3-card spread, and then you have the Cross, which is a 5-card spread. So again, just going with the guidebook, I really feel like this deck is going to be better suited for intermediates to more advanced people when it comes to your tarot knowledge, or at least have a very good sense of intuition and be okay with not having a super beginner friendly deck. So this guidebook doesn't have the images of the cards, so if you want to find a specific card, you have to look between the minor and the major arcana and then find it based on its suit. I do think that this guidebook is very detailed and very well informed when giving you insight to the card and the energy that it's supposed to evoke, and it definitely makes you understand the artwork a lot better. I feel like if you're new to tarot readings, if you have a very good sense of intuition and you like this artwork, you can get this deck and have it be your first deck, but I would definitely recommend to make sure that you're okay with not having the basics broken down. If you have a base knowledge of tarot, I think you're gonna be okay with this deck, but if you're trying to have this explain everything to you, I don't think this guidebook is informative enough. But now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in closer so you can see the cards. So this is what the back of the cards look like. It's very pretty, really gives me an energy of seeing the light coming through, but also sensing water. I don't know if that's what it's meant to depict, but that's what it looks like to me. I really like the back of these cards. I think it's really pretty and really just like shows the power that this deck is supposed to have, where it's representing the light and darkness. I love the vibrancy of this Fool card, and I love the fact that it's like you can't really tell what's going on. You just get this very like chaotic but forward moving energy, which the Fool really encompasses, because the Fool doesn't think things through. It's more just an energy that's happening here in front of you. I love how the Magician has this rainbow of colors and energy all around him, and he's wielding everything, using it together, and you can see the energy going out in all these different directions. I think it really like makes the Magician card very impactful with its message. I love for the High Priestess how the energy pulls back from all the color and goes back into that more water energy with the blue, and really connecting with the divinity of her. I'm really loving the symbolism with the colors for this deck. I love that the Empress is represented by these earth tones. I love how the Lover's card has Cupid above the couple. I love how powerful this Lion is in the Strength card. So here we have the Justice card, and this card is actually when you first open up the guidebook in it. Except in the guidebook it's in black and white. I think it's really interesting that the Death card it doesn't have the green gray tones that the other cards have. It has more of this brown golden color in it. And that's super interesting because typically you would think that the green gray tones would be represented for the death card because the golden color is more representative of light. And then you have the Devil card, and you have this green energy going through it. And something that I find funny is that when you think about Disney, the Disney villains are always represented by the color green as well. And so that's the energy I'm getting from this, is like there's this villain energy about the Devil. I love this Star card. I feel like for some reason it's reminding me of winter time and snowflakes and just this very feminine energy. It's interesting that the sun is more of a yellow-green color instead of a pure yellow. I'm not sure if they're doing that to represent the heart chakra, and that's why it's more like a yellow-green, or if there's another symbol that I'll see in the guidebook. I love the boldness in this card with all the colors and the vibrancy, especially because building up to this, we've had more subdued colors. Even when we have colors, they're not as bright and vibrant. And then the World card is stunning with its earth tones. I love how the Two of Swords is about having a decision to make and being blinded on what choice to make. And she has the two different swords, the two different options blocking both eyes with the handles. I don't typically love Three of Swords cards, but this one I think is so interesting how you have everything breaking around it, but yet in the hearts you have a butterfly, like there's about to be some sort of rebirth or some sort of healing going on. I love how this Eight of Swords has this spider web depicted in it where it's like she's spinning her own web. Your thoughts are keeping yourself trapped and you're spinning your own story that you're getting yourself caught in. I love how the Two of Wands is an energy about taking action, and here you have this person literally on top of the world. This is super interesting. Typically the Ten of Wands depicts someone carrying this baggage and not letting others help. And here in this card, it literally is showing this bug, this insect or monster that you're carrying and not letting others help you with. I love this Five of Cups card because not only is it showing the usual depiction of having the 3 cups and the 2 cups still upright behind you and focusing on the bad, but it also shows that if you continue on this path, you're going to reach this tower. And so it's not only what you have behind you, but it's what you have looking forward if you just keep moving up. I love that the colors are brought back for that rainbow with this 10 of Cups, where you still have the blue energy representing the water, but then you have that rainbow showing the happiness. So now I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards. So first I'm going to start with the overhand shuffle. So these cards shuffle nicely. I would say that they have a lot of slip, so that helps you while shuffling, but also keep in mind that if you don't know how to shuffle this way, it's going to be very easy for the cards to fly everywhere. So definitely just make sure you know what you're doing. And then if you do the ripple shuffle, I feel like the cards shuffle nicely this way. They just need to be broken into a little bit. So I feel like after you shuffle them a couple times, they're going to become a lot easier to shuffle. So my final impressions from these cards. So first, I love the way that the colors play a role in the impact of these cards and their energies. I definitely think that the Healing Light Tarot is a fitting name for this because the color scheme with the lighting and how it's placed in each of these cards really changes the energy about it. I also love how the color scheme for the Major Arcana changes a lot, but then once you get to the suits, it has its core colors that it sticks with and varies between that color scheme for the different cards. I think that this deck is really good for those of you who are very intuitive or who are really liking this artwork. I think if this is something that's speaking to you, it's going to be very easy to use, even though it's not super basic as far as the guidebook and explaining things. I think if you have a baseline of tarot or you pick up on things easily, I think this deck is going to be very easy for you to use. I think it's going to have very insightful and powerful messages. I'm really excited to use this deck when it comes to shadow work because I think this deck definitely plays well with the darker aspects of life. So I definitely am intrigued to see how this reads when I do my shadow work, and I really feel like it's going to be super insightful. I feel like it's going to have a very honest energy, but I definitely would recommend this deck as long as you're prepared for the type of deck it is and the artwork. I feel like it's going to be something that you can really use to get really insightful messages from. And so if you've been wanting this, I would highly recommend to get it. And if you do have this deck, let me know how you like it in the YouTube comments down below. If you liked this video and found it informative, please share with others. And if you're not already subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you a part of this family. And I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.